Hi, it's Paul here from selfhelpforlife.com, and in today's video I'm going to talk about how to overcome a lack of motivation to do anything. So having a lack of motivation can be very frustrating when you've got big goals you want to achieve, things you want to do, things you know you need to do, but you just can't seem to get that motivation or inspiration to get going. So if that feels like you, then this video is definitely going to help you. And in this video, I'm going to cover 8 ways to help you increase your motivation. So the first way is to use action to create motivation. So a lot of us have this the wrong way round. We wait to feel motivated before we actually do anything. Okay? And this could be a little bit like waiting for a nice sunny day to go out and enjoy yourself. Okay, you might be waiting for quite a long time. So successful people do it differently. What they do is they take action first, and then the motivation and inspiration comes along afterwards. So they don't wait for that motivation to come, they just get on with things anyway, whether they feel like it or not. So that's a big distinction. So what I recommend is when you don't feel motivated, just get on and do the task anyway, and just see what happens. Okay, so the second one is to take pleasure in the action rather than the goal. And this supposes like falling in love with the process and not the results. And we tend to be hardwired to focus on immediate gratification. We want things now, we want the benefits now. So much advertising and marketing is all about having this now. And if you think about exercise, that's a really good example of something where the immediate gratification is not there. You know, long-term goals to lose weight or build muscle, they can take a few months. So with exercise, if you can start to fall in love with the process and actually enjoy what you're doing, and maybe the endorphins you get from that exercise and just that feeling of accomplishment, then you can get that instant gratification at the same time as helping you towards those longer term goals. And I think also if you think about anyone that's really successful in life, they work towards long-term goals and being able to often put that immediate gratification to one side. But if you can have both, then that's the best. Okay, number 3 is to focus on benefiting others. So whatever tasks you're doing, at some level, it's probably going to benefit someone else. Now, this is probably not every single task, but if you think hard about the tasks you're doing, there's probably some benefit to someone else. So if you can think more about that benefit, how that's going to benefit someone else, then that can get you out of your own head some more, and you're thinking more about how you're helping others, and that can help you motivate yourself more accordingly. So an example with these videos, I'm focusing more on the benefit I'm going to give you by recording these videos, and that helps any lack of motivation I might have at times to actually record them. So it's getting me out of my own head and getting me focused on benefiting others. Okay, so the fourth one is to know your purpose and why. I read or heard somewhere that if you have enough good reasons to do anything, then the motivation will come. So if you can really get clear on your vision, your goal, your target, almost something that's much greater than what you are now, something that's really exciting, then that can help you increase the motivation. And one way to do that is to write down like 20 reasons why this is important, or even 50 reasons. The more reasons you write, the better really, because that will help you increase that feeling of motivation. And those reasons could be positive or negative. So sometimes you need reasons to pull you towards a goal, and sometimes you need reasons that tell you what it's going to be like if you don't achieve that goal, and that gives you that negative motivation to move forward. And when you're thinking about your reasons, think about all the little details as well. Okay, so all those little details that just make it really special. And think also about the times when you have achieved goals, something like passing your exams or passing your driving test, those other things that took quite a lot of effort and quite a lot of time to do. That can help you also increase your belief that you can do it again. Okay, so number 5 is to lower your expectations. So what I was doing a couple of weeks ago I was writing a lot of things to do in a day, a lot of things for my business. And I found that the more I wrote, the more overwhelmed, and I sort of got this sort of feeling in my stomach, kind of difficult to describe what it was really, but a kind of feeling of overwhelm, I suppose. And so maybe you need to take a few things off that to-do list so you actually feel confident in your ability to actually achieve what you need to do. Because also, if you set yourself too many goals and you miss them on a regular basis, then your unconscious mind gets that expectation that you're the kind of person that doesn't achieve everything that's on their to-do list. Okay, and when you do that, that starts to become a habit and you start to get that feeling of not achieving things. So it's much better to set maybe 3 work or business things you need to do in the day and 3 personal things, and focus on achieving those rather than setting too many things and having that sort of impossible to-do list. So number 6 is to have a fun task as a reward. So when you're looking through that list of tasks, there's probably something that you're more motivated to do than something else. So what you can do is make that a reward task. So when you've achieved some of the other things, you've got that task to look forward to. And for me, that's often a task that's about learning to do something, learning personal development, that kind of thing. So that's what I do, which really helps me. Okay, number 7 is to know when to stop and evaluate. So if there's been a time when you've been taking action but you're still not feeling motivated, and maybe you're not getting as much done, maybe you're making mistakes, then maybe it's time to step back. Maybe you're just feeling a bit burnt out. A couple of weeks ago this happened to me. I'd had a couple of nights where I hadn't slept as well, and I'd been working really hard for a few days before that, and I was just struggling to get really any headway, any progress. And so I was doing a bit of research on this, and I came across Leo from Zen Habits, and he said exactly the same thing. You know, he'd been working really hard and then hadn't slept for a couple of nights, and then just had this sort of unusual lack of motivation to do anything. So I felt quite good about that. I thought, well, Leo, he's pretty successful. He's got a very successful blog. He's well known in the personal development industry. So even the most successful people can just have those occasional days when they're not productive and they don't feel motivated. So times like that, it's just a case of just checking in with yourself. Maybe you need more sleep. And a few things you can do in that situation is do easier tasks if you can. Have a power nap for 20 minutes. That's what I did that week, and that helped me get back into a positive mindset. My brain just needed a break, basically. Or you could do Brendon Burchard's release meditation. I'll put a link to that in the description and the blog post below. But basically what you do is you just sit quietly with your eyes closed and just say the word release every 3 or 4 seconds. So release, 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 and just saying that to yourself. And that kind of meditation can just help get things off your chest and just help your brain just have a bit of time just to refocus and revitalize. Okay, and the final way, number 8, is to have something called productive momentum. And a good way to do this is to have some kind of morning routine or morning ritual. So you have some daily habits that you do every day, maybe 3 to 5 daily habits. And those habits will get you into a productive mindset. Okay, so by doing those things consistently, you get into the habit of getting things done, and that increases your motivation. And also morning routines and morning rituals as well often get you into a more positive frame of mind anyway, because you're working on yourself, starting the day working on yourself. So that can really help you get into that productive mindset. And again, you're telling your unconscious that you're the kind of person that does things and gets things done. So those are my 8 ways to help you overcome a lack of motivation to do anything. I hope you found this video useful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and do leave a comment below. I'd love to hear what you think. It's always great to hear your feedback on these videos. And also, if you haven't already, please do subscribe to this channel and click the bell notification. That way you'll get notified whenever I release future videos just like this one. So thank you for watching, and I look forward to sharing more great content with you soon. Bye for now.